Okay. You live in my dream state.
What's up everyone, my name is Justin Odisho, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Tyler the Creator's See You Again music video from a kind of visual video editor's perspective. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. You guys seem to enjoy the last video I did like this, and follow me on Instagram at Justin Odisho to let me know what videos you want to see me talk about visually next. So let's get into it from the top. Tyler the Creator, See You Again, directed by Wolf Haley, which is actually just himself and everyone else that helped work on this video.
Okay. You live in my dream state. Look at my fantasy.
That's Taco right there, right? Odd Future member. First of all, I love how they use the cut to blacks in this video. It synchronizes to the beat and it just cuts and then cuts into the next scene. You'll see that as it goes on.
Look at my fantasy. I stay in reality.
Speaking of cameos, we have A$AP Rocky. I like that split screen effect that's being done with the door too. It makes it seem like they're in two completely different locations. But we got a whole like wartime military Navy feel going on in this video so far.
You live in my dream state.
There's that cut to black again.
Anytime I count sheep.
What cereal do you think A$AP Rocky was eating? Comment below.
I don't wanna wake up. 2020 vision.
Again, we had that cut to black.
Cupid hit me with precision.
This scene is interesting because I'm not even sure what perspective it's being shot from. They might be getting Tyler from the outside of a window, or they might be masking it in with a little bit of feathering and making a composition where it seems like it's in this little circle window, but it's just being masked and tracked on there.
I can only see your face when I close my eyes.
And you could tell when it zooms out right here why that might be, you know? I'm really not sure how they did this zoom out shot.
Can I get a kiss? And can you make it last forever?
But what I'd imagine is that almost like all of this is the water, and then probably the back half is just some sort of green screen composition. I might be wrong. Again, with anything in all these videos, I might be completely wrong. This is just my visual eye. I love the colors in this video. The solid yellow, red, bright blue, the pastel background. It gives it that wartime vintage painting or advertisement feel in my eyes.
Can I get a kiss? And can you?
And I love the attention to detail. If you pay attention to what is this type of boat called again? The one that has airplanes that can land on it. Aircraft carrier. I love that the antennas or radars are still spinning on the boat in the background.
Know if I'ma see you again.
Switch it up. I said, okay, my infatuation.
This is probably my favorite scene. Well, one of my favorite scenes in this whole thing. Like I said, the colors are just nice and pastel. The red pants, white shirt, Tyler's yellow hat, the aircraft in the background. Everything is so pastel. When everyone's walking that way and the camera's sliding to the left, he's also walking, so it creates like this cool left and right motion. All the lines are leading visually towards that horizon. Very nice shot.
The chasing like an alcoholic. You don't understand me, what the fuck do you mean? It's them rose to the cheeks, yeah, it's them dirt color eyes.
And I wonder how much of this is real and how much of this is like added on there in special effects. Like it feels like that airplane's really there, but is all of this really there? It can't all really be there. They're not really on a boat. It's a set, you know?
Be on the scene, yeah, I give up my bakery to have a piece of your pie. 2020 vision. Cupid hit me with precision.
This is also a really cool scene. You notice how as soon as he says I, his eye lights up. And I wonder how they lit them in this silhouette fashion. Part of it is probably the lighting, but if the background is some sort of green screen, this like spotlight on their face, it also might be that they went into a program like After Effects and they masked out certain areas or added adjustment layers on certain parts of their body to make them into a silhouette. Just turn the brightness and levels all the way down, and then masked out certain areas. So it's hard to tell if they're actually turning a spotlight on just on his eye, or if they're fading the opacity of a mask out and his face was always lit like that. Part of me thinks it's probably a little bit of a combination of both, but I do think that they did some sort of spotlight lighting and then probably went in post-production and darkened the rest of it a bit. Or it might all be lighting. And I really have to see some behind the scenes.
Wonder if you look both ways when you cross my mind.
But you see the same thing happens on this trumpet. Is that a trumpet player? Have that light kind of turn on his face. And it's hard to tell if it's just a keyframe being turned off or if they're actually turning on a light.
I said I'm sick of chasing. You're the one that's always running through my daydream.
Notice again when he says I, the light on his eye closes. What do you guys think? This is a very interesting shot.
I can only see your face
And again, it makes the whole thing seem like a painting.
when I close my eyes. So
Can I get a kiss? And can you make it last forever?
This part's really cool too. Tyler doing some head walking. I imagine that they composited this together with some sort of green screen floor where they just had Tyler step around and then put him on top of this overhead shot of the people marching and kind of made it line up.
Make it last forever.
I mean, he's not actually standing on their heads. That's just physically impossible. And you can kind of tell in some of these, like the motion tracking isn't like completely accurate. If you check his foot, obviously if he was actually standing on his head in whatever way with cords or whatever, that would not be a balanced position.
I said I'm
Whereas in this scene, they probably are all standing in place, and Tyler actually does have his foot on his head because you can see them physically making contact. So in this scene, he might be standing on some sort of ladder or higher platform, cords, strings, whatever. Also, I wonder how many of these people are actually here, and if they're all different people or if they're clones of certain of the same actors. That would be interesting to try to point out if some of these are the same people, but I can't tell.
gonna see you again.
Notice they're just standing in place in this shot, just marching back and forth. I love how in this scene too, the whole vibe of the song changes to like the outro, and the whole color scheme, grading changes to like a more cool, different vibe. So the song changes mood, and also the visuals change mood along with it.
Ayo, let's take it back to them dates.
I've seen some people on Twitter or just on the comments saying that this was similar to some sort of movie. But Tyler just came out on social media and said that he was just trying to do like a bad Halloween costume of a ghost. So it wasn't in reference to any sort of show or movie.
Dollar profit from the coffee I poke. Rent a center.
It's also interesting how the tire swing is still swinging. I'm not sure if that's supposed to show anything.
Calling every day. Nobody
Like Tyler, the human version, came in, then the tire is swinging, and then we see the ghost version.
only knocking on the door. Now I skirt. That was the only dream that I can afford. Now I roll through
I
the
ride to
car.
California, beach frog over goggles. I'm leaning out
Where's
the window.
praying?
Run it. I rock, I roll, I blow, I glow, I rock, I roll. What you say? I blow, I glow, I rock, I roll, I blow.
And then that's the first time where it fades into black. Notice all the bees. That's reminiscent of the album cover for Flower Boy. Don't let this distract you from the fact that bees are dying at an alarming rate. But this is actually a cool transition, or this is actually a really cool
Surface
effect.
flow, bro.
When does a real person stop being in here? And when does it turn into a cloth covering
Run it.
bees? They don't look like real bees. I mean, they look like real bees, but this definitely looks like some special effects. Maybe it's a mixture of both. But I love how they made the bees swarm into the camera and slowly fade into black through that.
Let's go.
So that's Tyler, the Creator's See You Again music video and some of the visual things that I took from it. A lot of wartime themes, going away, love story type of vibe. I can always admire his visuals, his art, and how he puts it all together and even directs it under his alias, Wolf Haley. So that is the See You Again music video. What did you guys take from it? What are some of your favorite scenes? How you think they did some of these visual effects? Or what you thought the meaning of the story was? If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like on it. Let me know what you think. Go follow me on Instagram at Justin Odisho. And I'd love to hear if there's any other videos that you'd like me to take a look at. Are you enjoying these? Are they boring? Am I not really adding anything? Or is it interesting to kind of take a look at some of the editing techniques and the visuals? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to check out some actual step-by-step tutorials on how to use some of these editing softwares, you can find playlists on my channel and more. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. 2020 vision.